So for this problem, I was free to use any method that I like. So at first glance, I can see that this is a trig sub problem. Will let square root of x be equal to tangent square theta? Solving for tangent theta alone, we take the square root of both sides, giving us tangent theta is equal to the fourth root of x. So from here, solving for x, we take the square of both sides, we'll get this. Differentiating both sides, we'll get dx is equal to 4 tan cube theta secant squared theta d theta. So from that, we can draw our right triangle with our theta angle set here, and with the definition of tangent being opposite over adjacent, we can say that this opposite leg is equal to fourth root of x, and this adjacent leg is equal to 1. Solving for this hypotenuse leg, we can use Pythagorean theorem to arrive to the square root of x plus 1. So from that, going back to our integral, substituting square root of x with tangent squared theta and dx for 4 tan cube theta secant squared theta d theta, we can bring 4 out because it's a constant and turn 1 plus tangent squared theta into secant squared theta. Simplifying things, we'll get this. From here, we can separate this tangent cube theta into tangent squared theta and a tangent theta. Same goes for secant cube theta. Because what I see here is tangent theta and a secant theta. And using the U sub technique, if we only have secant remaining, we can integrate with ease. So luckily we have tangent squared theta, we can rewrite that as secant squared theta minus 1. So everything else is now in terms of secant theta. So we multiply the secant squared theta to both of these terms, giving us this. From that, we can let u be secant theta and du be secant theta tan theta, which is this. From that, going back to our integral, substituting secant theta with u, we get this. Integrating both of these individually, we'll get this. So using power rule, we'll get this. 4 times 1/5 will give us 4/5, and 4 times 1/3 will give us 4/3. From u, we'll turn it back into secant. Now, from that, the definition of secant, which is hypotenuse over adjacent, and our adjacent side is just 1, and our hypotenuse is the square root of x plus 1. We can rewrite this into this. So plus c for our constant.